Hey guys, Professor Yerby here again. I wanted to go over just a few things about virtual machines. So I'll have them here on the screen and in the learning module for you. But what I wanted to do is first cover these four things: that a virtual machine allows you to create a representation of another computer on an existing physical computer. So if you're running a forensics lab or you're working for an agency, you'll have these machines where you can create duplicates of the suspect machine. So a virtual machine is just a few files on your hard drive. You do have to allocate space to it. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're running these virtual machines on your any computer that you're running them on. Really, it's just a matter of some resources that the virtual machine is going to borrow for the time it's running, and then the storage space is going to need that all the time. But RAM, processor, it'll just borrow that while it's running. Virtual machine recognizes components of a physical machine it's loaded on. That really depends on what the virtualization software you're using it capabilities. So if you're using something like Microsoft Virtual PC, it doesn't do a good job of recognizing a lot of like external devices, but something like VMware Workstation will do a great job at recognizing lots of external devices and loading drivers appropriately. In computer forensics, virtual machines make it possible to restore a suspect drive on your virtual machine and run non-standard software that the suspect might have loaded. So if you're doing some sort of investigation where a suspect was using some software that's only compatible with some strange version of Linux or some really old version of Windows, and you don't have a machine in your lab that's running Windows 95, well, you can stand up or create a virtual machine and you can recreate that scenario. That's one of the key things in forensics that you want to be able to reproduce to prove that what the evidence says happened, that you can show as clear as possible, as definitive as possible, that actually happened. And then it says down here, from a network forensic standpoint, you need to be aware of some potential issues, such as virtual machines used to attack another system. So that's another one of these challenges. There's all, technology is always moving forward, and I've said this several other times, but in virtual machines, and hopefully you're running a virtual machine to do many of your assignments in this course and some of your other courses. But some of the standard forensics tools, they aren't equipped to handle the way that the file system is created in a virtual machine. Some of those slack files, they're not handled the same way in a virtual machine. So that's all I wanted to go over there, and then I just wanted to give you a quick idea. I have several YouTube tutorials about virtual computing. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/profyerby. But let's take a look at VMware Workstation 9. So you can see over here I have several different computers, and in these computers I can do several things to manage them, but really this computer is installed within my normal computer, and I have a folder where all of those files are saved. So over here in my folder you can see all of the different operating systems and the files that I have. Some are from VMware, some are from I think I had VirtualBox on here at one point, and Virtual PC. I'm not sure if I still have those on here or not, but to run any of these computers that I've set up, I can just go in here. I have this Windows 7 box running, so I go in here, and if I want to expand it, everything looks like I'm just working in a Windows 7 computer. So I'm not going to really do much in here. I just want to kind of show you that it works, and I don't want to install this update. But I can go in there, and I have all these different machines. If I wanted to turn this one on, I would just power it on. If I wanted to shut this one down, it's just like I have a version of Windows. So if I was saying that instance where you need to look at something in some funky version of Linux, or you need to look at something and an older version of Windows that you don't have access to, then a virtual machine can be a great asset to you. So that's all. Just wanted to do that, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Thanks.